It is Friday, February 27th. Welcome to the show. Happy Friday, everyone, and a happy Friday it is. Major news on the Save America Act, not the SAVE Act, the Save America Act. Real Republicans in Congress taking a stand. Rhino John Thune ending speculation Wednesday about using the talking filibuster would put an end to the pressure he's been under. Well, it has backfired bigly. The pressure campaign exploding overnight. Thune's not long for his job. Democrats now beginning to fold as well on voter ID. We watched Van Jones yesterday, who's not a politician, but he's very involved in Democratic politics, telling his fellow Democrats to begin negotiating on the Save America Act. Don't refuse it. Own it and get involved. Get something out of it that you want with national voter ID. Your base wants it. 71% or 75% of Democrats want it. Get involved. Well, it is starting. It's not just Van Jones now. Democrat politicians, Democrats in Congress and the Senate are getting involved. Ladies and gentlemen, the Save America Act has just come back to life. Let's start with this. The House Freedom Caucus just basically launching a civil war in the Republican Party. Thune's own colleagues running this ad on CNN, Fox News, across the country. Roll the tape.
The House Freedom Caucus led in passing the Save America Act in the House to require voter ID and citizenship to vote in federal elections. Now it goes to the Senate. You're going to hear the excuse that it needs 60 votes to pass there, but that's not true. Senate rules allow bringing the Save America Act to the floor at any time. If 51 Republicans show up, Democrats would have to filibuster, standing and talking, hour after hour, to block it. As long as Republicans show a backbone and stay united, Democrats will eventually run out of time to talk. Tell your senator to make the Democrats actually debate instead of just giving in to them. The House Freedom Caucus says the Senate should support President Trump and the House in passing this law essential to saving America. The
real Republicans up in arms over Senate Majority Leader John Thune's comments Wednesday evening, thinking he'd put to rest the rampant speculation and pressure he's been under to invoke a talking filibuster for the Save America Act, ruling the talking filibuster out. Well, not so fast. Yesterday, President Trump summoning Thune to the White House, telling him what he wants. To get this bill passed, get it to his desk. That is your job, John Thune. And just to be clear, the excuse he's using, that his 53-seat majority doesn't have the votes to pass it, it's bogus. It's a lie. All they need are 50 votes, which they have. Thune claiming he's afraid that 50 Republican co-sponsors won't vote down possible Democrat amendments during a talking filibuster. That's what he said. That's the reason he's giving why he's refusing to invoke the talking filibuster. But it's his job to make sure that doesn't happen. Senate Majority Leader means you run the chamber. You have all the power. You have the leverage to make things happen. Thune controls which Republicans sit on committees, which don't. He controls to a large degree the fundraising efforts. He can threaten to withhold funding to Republicans who don't vote the right way. Those are just a taste of the tactics he could use to force this bill through. Not to mention all the dirty tactics at his disposal. The tactics that McConnell used to use to find votes, that Harry Reid would use to find votes for Obama. Bottom line, if Thune can't do the job, he should not have the job, but he can. Realize Thune was the whip for McConnell for years, for like a decade. He knows how to do this. His job was to whip the votes together. He saw McConnell do the job. President Trump posting this morning in all caps, it's the Save America Act, not SAVE Act. Republicans must start using the term Save America Act, much more potent and descriptive. There has been an explosion over the last 24 hours to replace John Thune as majority leader. Republicans have turned on John Thune. His firing has gone thermonuclear on social media. Look at some of this. Remove John Thune. Ask yourself a question. Why would the majority leader not try everything in his power to pass a 95% issue in his party? Elon Musk questioning whether John Thune's owned by someone. Senator John Thune is a rhino traitor. Thune is a Democrat. Yikes. MAGA influencers want this guy's head. And just to be crystal clear about this, on who John Thune is, he's one of the last old guard Republicans in the Senate. If you remember, we didn't want John Thune. 10 months ago, there was a huge campaign to not have him as Senate Majority Leader, but he got pushed into the job against MAGA's wishes. There is a handful of these old guard Republicans left, and he is one of them. He served under Mitch McConnell in the Senate leadership for more than a decade. He was McConnell's right-hand man. In 2016, he wrote, "Donald Trump should withdraw and Mike Pence should be our nominee effective immediately." Ugh. He's a rhino. He's most definitely not loyal to President Trump. He's loyal to the DC machine, to the guard of the old Republican Party, and it's time for him to go. And here's something interesting that just happened. 10 months ago, right, when Thune was selected to be Majority Leader, it's hard to remember that far back, I know. I have trouble remembering just last week, but at the beginning of Trump's term, his second term, there was huge pressure campaign to prevent him from becoming Majority Leader. Charlie Kirk was involved. The base wanted Senator Rick Scott. We lost that battle, and we're now paying the price. But Rick Scott, who would likely be Thune's replacement, is now going all in. He's leading the fight to rally the GOP holdouts, pressuring them to agree to a talking filibuster. Look what he just said.
I loved it. I love that the president was so on board at the State of the Union address for the Save America Act to secure elections. All right. Now, if you support this, you should share this and also call every politician you know and say, pass the Save America Act.
The pressure to get the Save America Act passed has now reached peak momentum. We know this because Democrats have now begun folding, agreeing to suddenly support voter ID if we change this or we change that. A few weeks ago, though, they wouldn't give this bill the time of day. If you asked them about it, they would just shake their heads and smirk about it like, oh, it's dead on arrival. But today, they're capitulating, negotiating even.
The administration calls it the Save America Act, which would mandate strict voter ID requirements. That's already passed the House, and the Majority Leader, John Thune, says he will call it for a Senate vote next week. So what does that leave Democrats in terms of options on that?
I'm not opposed to having photo ID for elections. I'm opposed to having stupid requirements for photo ID. So under the Extreme Save Act, basically your driver's license doesn't count. You have to prove U.S. citizenship. You know how hard that is for a number of Americans? If you don't have a passport, pretty hard to prove that unless you can somehow find your birth certificate.
You only see that happen when a bill has real momentum. And why do we want to see the talking filibuster invoked for this? Because, well, it's the only way to get it passed at the moment without nuking the filibuster, but also because it's a 90-10 issue. It's like 80% approval with Democrats. It's common sense. If we invoke the talking filibuster, Democrats would be forced to stand up in front of the country and make the case, explain to 80% of their voters, of their Democrat voters, why they're wrong, why 90% of the country is wrong, why national voter ID is a bad idea, why they disagree with proof of citizenship. Explain yourselves. Make them stand up. Look at what happened at the State of the Union when Trump said, stand if you agree with this. What happened? America saw Democrats for what they really are. Why won't John Thune use that same strategy, Trump's State of the Union strategy, to get this passed? I don't know, but it makes you look twice at Elon Musk's post from yesterday questioning whether John Thune may be owned by someone. Maybe Mitch McConnell. All right, that wraps up this episode. Like, subscribe. We'll see you real soon.
If Donald Trump is the Republican nominee, would you support him?
Well, I'm hoping, Leanne, to have other options. And
verdict in the Trump trial could come next week if he's convicted. Could you support him still?
I'm not. We'll see how the trial comes out. I'm not waiting on that.
Senator John Thune, the number 2 Senate Republican, warned on Monday that efforts to challenge the Electoral College vote in Congress next month would fall short in the Senate. Thune told reporters, quote, "I mean, in the Senate, it would go down like a shot dog. I just don't think it makes a lot of sense to put everybody through this when you know what the ultimate outcome is going to be."
President-elect Trump involved in, does he have a chosen preference in the Senate? Do you know?
Honestly, I think my preference would be, and I think it's probably in his best interest, to stay out of that. These Senate secret ballot elections are probably best left to senators.